that, but apparently my graphic card just decided to shut down the stream, so I had to restart it. Hopefully everything is going smooth from this point. I guess it's not good that I have both the preview and the stream view at the same time. Well, but now business as usual. Painting. Okay, I guess that's it for the first coat on this part. Now here the shield. Quickly, also the hand here. And the inside of the shield. Okay. Hide video preview. Okay. Yes, Bytor, this will be uploaded to YouTube later. But now business. Oops. No. Hide video preview. There we go. Okay. It started playing. That's not good. So, I obviously left the shield off of him because it would be rather impossible to paint on the side stuff here with that still on him. Also, when you're building these, this is one of the liberators from the starter set, this little pack here where it is connecting to the miniature, this is different for each miniature, so keep in mind that every miniature has its own shield, so you can't just simply start clipping everything off and having then a big pile of stuff. No, that won't work. Have you ever used the super cheap paint from Hobby Lobby or Michaels? No, I haven't, because I'm a resident in Germany and Hobby Lobby and Michaels is not here in Germany, so the battle of moderator. Okay, so okay, this is now the first stage of the metal, and then we will go on with a different metal paint. I prefer using chainmail this here. But you can also use Runefang steel from the newer color ranges. If you don't have the old chainmail, but if you can compare those both colors, this here has a very much better shine. This GW colors, the metal colors, have the tendency that the metal flocks are really big, so I prefer the chainmail, the old one. So, but we will, well, whoops, use a little bit of water into the old paint, and then add some chainmail. wash, and then we start to highlight just like every other miniature. Just pick out the higher areas. Oops, there is a cat hair, we don't want that. Then we simply start applying those. Of course, you can also use dry brushing now for this part also, but actually I prefer this method. This gives a much cleaner state of the miniature afterward. So, and if you have any questions painting related, then don't hesitate to ask them. And also, I hope the audio quality is now better than in the last version. This time I'm using the microphone of the camera itself and not my condenser microphone I have. England also says hello. Hello to England. I've used the cheap paints, craft paints. They are sometimes tricky to too thin, but otherwise okay for the price. Well, actually I have used cheap paints previously, but I must honestly say the thing that cheap paints have is not a long lifespan. You might know that colors bleach out over time, and especially if they are exposed to a harsh light. So cheap paints have a low light rating, meaning that they don't have a long lifespan in harsh light. What this colors here from GW or Privateer Press or P3 or Reaper or whatever painting company you use, those are high quality pigments, meaning that they are supposed to have a really long lifespan, and so they are much better. And to be honest, this argument about yeah, you get more paint for your buck, well, see, this here is a painting pot and it has 12 milliliters. Then you compare that to a Vallejo paint pot, and here you have 17 milliliters. To be honest, to run out of this paint pot, this will take me about 10 years. So I actually don't care about the few milliliters more. So it's not like I'm painting entire sceneries with this kind of paint. I'm painting 28 millimeter high figures, so you don't need much of that paint. So I go there for quality instead of quantity. The only colors that run out rather quickly are black, white, and every kind of wash. But other than that, I've almost never run out of a color. I still have colors laying around here from the time I started painting, and those are still fresh. And this was over 25 years ago, so I don't see the point. So, do we have any other questions? From Sled Given, my question: I'm wanting to get into painting, but doing it on my army, but since it's not cheap, I can't just buy a lot of armies. I want to paint Tau, but everyone says don't. Love your input. So basically what you're saying is you want to start miniature painting and playing, and you can't decide on an army because you don't want to have an army with 500 miniatures. So you're looking for an elite army then. Elite armies are well, miniature armies that have very few model count with high point costs. And for 40k, I would highly recommend then Space Marines and Chaos Space Marines, for that matter, because they have the highest point costs and low model count. So, and if you want to reduce that even more, then I would say play Dark Angel Deathwing or something like that, like a Terminator army. This would be totally point effective. Or Tyranids, big creatures, or something like that. I hope that answers your question. So, the audio sounds good to me in the US. Would you use homebrew paints to paint a shed? What is a shed? I don't know what that means. But I haven't used ever homebrew paints. So actually I can't answer that, because I have no experience with homebrew paints. I live by the motto, never change a running system, and my system is GW Paints, because it is easy to access for me to refill my stock if I need. And I love the normal paint pots. I hate dropper bottles, so I shy away from Vallejo paints mostly. So I have not the tendency to buy new paints very often. So, and we are almost done with the first metal coat. I think that looks good. So, have you ever tried the True Metallic Metal paint? Yes, of course, I have. I have already a painting tutorial about that. So if you go back on my YouTube account and on my painting tutorials, there I have the painting tutorial about the High Elf Swordmaster, and there I describe the True Metallic Metal. Basically, True Metallic Metal is just the same theory behind non-metallic metal, meaning that you're painting with high contrasts in light and shadow on a metal surface, but instead of painting it with grays and whites and blacks, you're using actually metal paints for that. So now we use a mixture of chainmail and Runefang steel for the final highlight. So a little bit on the palette. And a little of that. And there we go. A nice bright metal color. And with that we highlight the top parts of the miniature. Okay, a shield is like an understand. Well, if you have a look at this is my painting surface. Here you have all kinds of stuff, tools, miniatures, paintings, paints, and I hope that answers your question a little bit. nice shining armor. You don't need to pick out everything, just the high spots, and we are good to go. Still have focus issues. I need to go up a little bit more in the focus. There we go. Okay, there a little bit more than here on top of the hammer. So, then here a little bit, and the metal part is done. Okay, let's see in the comments if we have new stuff to talk about. I really like Tau and want them as an army, but I've heard negative things about them and wanted advice. Well, the Tau are a two-bladed sword. There are the Tau players that actually like Tau, and then there are the rest that absolutely hate Tau, because Tau are the shooty army, and everybody don't likes them because they shoot away all their pretty nice miniatures. And well, if you like Tau, then play Tau. Don't let others let you talk in about that. So yeah. From Harry 40 Days. Alexandra, wie kann ich dich dazu bringen, eine Skaven-Miniatur zu bemalen? Ich habe doch schon einen Skaven bemalt. So, in English, he wants me to paint a Skaven. I actually have a Skaven tutorial already. Alexandra, may I paste the first paragraph of David Cameron's Wikipedia page? Okay. Ah shit, German, it's scary. Sorry. So, I would really like to hit this with a wash now on some areas. So normally I hit miniatures with a really heavy wash, but this time we will be a little bit more picky about our wash applying. So we simply want to add a little bit more shadow on certain areas, like here for example, the breastplate. We want to separate this a little bit more than here in between his helmet. There I actually want to have it dark. Same applies here at the back. Here, this line. And here at the boot. Line down here. And there. Yeah. and then here at the boots. Yeah, I guess that's okay. So, so now going back to the comments, what do we have there? Prepare your honest boys, Cameron's coming to Germany. Holy, that was a lot of text. There is nothing coming here. Some bloke somewhere. I haven't seen it, so it must be blocked by the chat itself. From Dr. Simeon 4, what are your opinions on the washers? Do you think they are overpriced for what they are, and have you ever tried to make your own? I like them. I like them a lot. I use them a lot. I don't think they are overpriced. They are absolutely perfect for what they are doing. Actually, the washers have a different recipe than simply color plus water. They have different transparencies and other applications than simply watered down paint, and so I totally like them the way they are. I love painting playing against Tar. Long as a Dark Angel player, you can be shooting as much as you like, don't matter, blah blah. Hi Alexandra, what did you think of 40k Demons before the newest edition? I personally hate the latest one and sold off my army right after that. It was my favorite army and I was really upset with almost every single change they made. What do you think? Honestly, I haven't taken much of an interest in the 40k rules lately, mainly because I don't tend to play that often. So also I don't have the money to buy all of the rule books, and so I honestly can't answer your question. So but what I can tell you is I had a very big undead army. You may, long-time followers of me may know this video where I show off my undead army with over 200 skeletons and all that kind of stuff, giant army. But then the new vampire rules came out and I really hated them, and but I never sold my miniatures, so I don't get the meaning behind just because the rules have changed that you sell your army. So I have invested time and money and dedication into painting my miniatures, and I wouldn't just sell them. So, well, I have sold miniatures in the past. For example, my Imperial Fists army, because I had money problems, but I wouldn't just sell them because the rules change. I would just wait another edition, and nowadays you can play them in Age of Sigmar, so where's the problem there? So I don't get the point. But I can understand that you are upset in rules changes, but no one is stopping you from playing the old rules. So if you have someone to play with you on the old rules, then continue playing them in that state. Same applies to Warhammer Fantasy and Age of Sigmar now. So if you're a hater of Age of Sigmar, then nobody stops you from playing the old game. But actually I really like Age of Sigmar, and so I will be painting those miniatures. So, Mad Hawk, your method of storing them is fine as long as okay, he's talking to someone else. That's why I ever said. Yeah. Never sell your army unless you really have to. But just out of the necessity that the rules changes. No. So, guys, I hope you don't mind if I light me a cigarette. To every viewer outside the age range of out of the smoking age, don't do it, guys. It will give you a voice like me, and you don't really want that. Bring those undead here to the US and play some Age of Sigmar with me. Well, bringing the undead isn't the problem. The problem is the plane ticket to the US, and I can't afford that, sorry. I used Tamiya pigments to decorate tanks. Themed up cupcakes for a 7-year-old birthday party. A lot of the children made strange, rasping, gargling sounds like a swan with a neck trapped in a Fort Capri sunroof. Should I switch to Vallejo pigment? What? I honestly don't know what you're talking about. Did I like the Hobbit trilogy? Yes, I enjoyed it. I really liked it. Well, the Lord of the Rings trilogy was better in every way, but honestly, the source material was 3 times as big, or even more. What do you expect? Band together to pay me the ticket just to go to Sudiana? No. So you sold them to go into Hordes and War Machine? Well, if you're changing the system, then okay, maybe. But honestly, I wouldn't change to a different system because I don't have anyone to play with me, so I don't get the point. Last part for me, okay. Also make sure you clean them entirely after use and paint near the head here. Winsor and Newton are great brushes, manufacturers, and lightly cigarette it up. I join with my hooker, okay. Girl Painting World Tour. Yeah, I would like to travel around and play against people, but I don't have that money for that. But if you go to my Patreon page and and become a Patreon, then maybe I can afford that, but I would need to have 1,000 Patreons for that, not 9 I currently have, so good luck with that. And actually I have to really thank my 9 Patreon users. You guys are awesome, and you help creating new videos for me, and so thumbs up for that. Big thumbs up. The best scene in my opinion was the moment where Dwarf army joins the battle. The Dwarf general was just so funny. yeah, that was a nice moment. What is my opinion about the GW price range? Well, I try to use only eBay these days. I don't buy directly from GW anymore. So if you Look at the new here, the Blood Reavers, for example. You get in the starter box the ones here with 2 hand weapons, and for a rather cheap price. On eBay you can get a 20-man regiment for about €12.50. If you go onto the GW site, the new box costs €42. I was just stunned by that. This is insanely high price. And for other miniatures, for 5 miniatures, you pay over €35. This is just insane. Insane. So I try to buy only on eBay lately. And the wash is almost dry, so we can continue painting in a bit. My favorite miniature of all time. That's a toughie. Well, there are a lot. Favorite miniature. I would say the old Chaos Champions. I have a lot of them laying around, like this here, for example. This one here. I like him a lot. I started painting him recently. Then Harry the Hammer is also one of my favorite miniatures. I still have him laying around, still in silver. Archon is is a cool miniature. I also have him. There's a tendency with miniatures that I have high feelings about that I didn't paint because I don't want to ruin them. Yeah, the new Nagash model is cool and all, but honestly, I don't like miniatures that are overextensive with all their fancy stuff. So Nagash is a cool miniature, and also the thing from the Vampire Counts, this this Undead Throne or something like that, with all the spiky bits hanging around, you can't really transport them. This is nearly impossible. So if I would take him and move him from here to my GW store and back, he would totally have 5 bits broken off. I don't like that. So I prefer miniature size, this here, and compact miniatures. This is my jam. I don't like this fancy swirling all around. This is not my jam. At Alexandra, I remember way back when I'm in sure, I started to collect Dark Angels. You still have any of this? Have you seen the new codex? Well, I have still my Dark Angels army, my Wings of Fury, my Dark Angel Deathwing company. I still have them. I have seen the Dark Angel Codex, but I haven't bought it yet. I have bought 1 week earlier the Space Marine Codex, and the difference is so minimal, so doesn't matter. I hear what you're saying. I just finished Neferata, Mortark, and I don't think she will ever leave my house. Yeah, this oversized miniatures, those are nearly not be able to transport at all. So, last question for this stream here. Do you really want me to paint him in blue now, or any other color? So please tell me that in the chat. I will stop this stream now and restart it, so don't be scared.